saying? So in my tweets, just I'm normal. We can crack joke. Most of the time, I don't speak unless I've got something half interesting to say. The last thing I tweeted, obviously, apart from being about my mixtape, was that Lady Gaga looks like Edward Scissorhands. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it. You know what I'm saying? The time before that was about being ID'd when I'm buying scissors. And then I ask people questions as well, because I like to gauge opinion, just general conversation. You might be sitting with your friends talking, and then silly questions and serious ones. So a silly one was, would you do Susan Boyle for 20 grand? Do you know what I'm saying? And then a serious one would be, if you had the opportunity to live forever, would you take it? So, I mean, and then I just like to gauge people's perceptions on things, and that's about it, really.
So one of those questions that you just said, like, Susan Boyle, would you do her for 20 grand? Would you do Susan Boyle? Would Frsh do Susan Boyle? Would you do her for 20 grand?
Let me tell you that I would not do Susan Boyle for no money in the world. But you know what was funny when I asked that question? Literally 90% of people said they would do her for 20 grand. 90% of people, and my Twitter's linked to my Facebook, so that's on my Facebook and my Twitter. I had a good sample to get my statistic from. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like, I wouldn't do it for nothing.
Wow, man, like, what, 1 million, 2 million, 10 million?
A dip, maybe, for I maybe dip in for 10 million. You get me? But, whoa.
Oh my gosh, man. Now, a lot of underground artists are getting signed and doing big things, man. Is it an aspiration of yourself to get signed?
I mean, eventually, hopefully, that's the turn. Obviously, because I'm me in it, like, I chase the money. So, with wherever the money is at, wherever the more money is, where I am. You see what I'm saying? And it just so happened. I mean, as I said, with Tiny, we now share the same manager. So hopefully that's a prospect that isn't too far away, getting signed and getting the money. You get me?
So let me just get this straight. Like, you started rhyming. Like, I remember having a prior conversation with you, and you told me that you started rhyming in 2004. You've put out 4 mixtapes to date, but only really started getting love in 2009. So what changed in 2009 that people started to embrace Frsh?
Do you know what it was? I think with people below, they understood, but I think with the industry, they only ever want to acknowledge when they feel you're a threat. And then when it comes to industry, it means a threat in terms of commercial success. So what actually happened was I put out a song called Do It, which did a lot in terms of, it was a popular song on Channel U, etc. And that was like, so he can actually be commercially viable. Once I did that, then did a Far, it confirmed it, and so on and so forth. And then they saw me rap and they said, right, and he can rap too. I mean, everything I've been doing is just the same as before. They just decided to take notice now. Like, obviously I've got better and all the rest, but you have to understand the songs that people are hyping over now are 2 years old, some of them. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just the game, innit? Like, everybody's fickle, and once somebody says this is cool, then somebody else says this is cool too. It's just the way it is.
You are coming from a straight up UK hip hop background. Do you think it's harder to penetrate and make noise coming from the perspective that you're coming from?
You know, honestly, I don't. And like, I mean, a lot of rappers will actually disagree with me, but I don't see the line. This is so fine a line that, I mean, obviously the grime scene is actually a bigger scene, therefore making it easier for people to succeed if they've got actually more of a source to feed their music. I mean, sorry, an end to feed their music to. Do you see what I'm saying? So we have less of an end, but at the end of the day, we're building up as well. And plus, the division isn't there enough to say, only some DJs will go, I only play grime, or you're not a grime artist, so I'm not playing you. At the end of the day, we have a website called GrimeDaily.com, which at the end of the day shows both grime and rap artists. So the division's not there enough to be able to complain. Like, if you're not getting love, it's probably because you're not that good, in all honesty. In all honesty, that's just the fact of the matter. Don't hate because of what genre you are, because if you actually ask the little kids if they can like gigs and gets at the same time, then you're doing something wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? Not grime or rap or blah blah blah. Because how can you say that when gigs is massive? It's rubbish. And obviously, commercial success. The grime artists have had more commercial success. They were the bigger artists and all the rest. That's not to say that a rapper can't do it. It's easy. It's all the same.
So you just mentioned Grime Daily, and I think like a lot of people are paying attention to GrimeDaily.com. There's a lot of people that are blogging, a lot more people that are blogging of recent. You know what I mean? There's a lot of forums, there's a lot of discussion boards out there at the moment. How much attention do you pay to those mediums, and how much does it affect? Like, if someone's saying something negative about you, how much does it affect you, and how much do you feed back that into your craft?
Well, there's two things. I mean, do you know, Jay-Z said once, you was who you was before you got here. Yeah? Now, that fact is that I am somebody before music. So there's nothing that you're going to come and tell me. Now, I'm a successful individual already. There's nothing you can tell me to tell me any different. Do you understand what I'm saying? First and foremost. Number two, so that's when it comes to the negative comments. Number two, Rich32 said to me one time, we were talking, and he said, like, the comments and all that, all it is it gives 10-year-olds a license and a right to speak. So I can't value your comment until I actually know who it's coming from. Do you understand what I'm saying? And sorry to quote again, but in Carlito's way, it says, if you don't know the directions people are coming from, Laura, you need to get out of the game. So unless I know who, what, why you're saying it, it's actually irrelevant. Otherwise, you're just a text. You're a name and text. It's irrelevant, whether it's positive or negative. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's good for it to be positive, but it's only good when you know who it's coming from, when you can actually value their opinion. Otherwise, it's just an opinion that I couldn't care less about, because I don't think people should care less about my opinions until I mean something to them.
I'm going to ask you this, man, like, because you said you don't look like other rappers. What happened to your lip, man?
Oh, my lip. Oh, you know what, yeah? Now, let me tell you this. This is the most mad story. Now, my dad supposedly has the same kind of lip problem, yeah? But he told my mum before they got together that a dog attacked him. So it's only when I've developed the same kind of thing that she's realized that motherfucker that dude lied to her. So anyway, yeah. But you know what? It wasn't actually this bad before. What actually happened is that I got beat up by like 10 bouncers in Kent, yeah? And then I had stitches in my mouth, which actually made it worse. So if you actually look at my old videos, you'll see it, but you won't. No one ever commented, no one noticed it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even I didn't. And it's only like after I got beat up by the bouncers, probably maybe 2 years ago. And then I had stitches in my mouth and all that. Like they did me and all that. They did me in proper. Like, well, it was my fault. Like, I did something to them, and my fitness levels weren't enough to run far enough. so they got me in the place and worked on me for ages, you get me?
You're getting a lot of love, but you're making gritty music. Some people are calling your music road rap. Yeah. Are you comfortable with that title?
Nah, do you know what? I'm not, because I'm not a road rapper. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's not that. Like, I'm just a rapper, like, and I'm me. That's it. Not road. Like, even if you saw me on road, as you would say, I don't look like the rest of these dudes. You understand what I'm saying? You have to understand, like, I'm here today wearing this car, innit? Yeah. But more times you'll see me in a 6. I'm fresh. I'm not roading. No, it's not road like that. I'm here. We're from here. Of course, it's gonna reflect in my music, but I'm not a road rapper only. I can make commercial and crossover music. I just so happen to have the freedom to be able to do that. That when you're in a position like where you're signing that, you don't have as much freedom. I don't even think we should knock them for not having the luxury that we have. Do you understand what I'm saying? We just happen to have that luxury right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? And being in their position, we just probably end up making the same decisions. Maybe not as extreme as in some cases, but would probably be similar.